I forgot something on stairs. Okay, so I'm going to record a video real quick because on stair units I forgot to show you how you actually make a carriage. So I'm going to show you real quick. This video is how to design and make a carriage for a step unit. Okay, a carriage needs to be made out of heavy-duty material, probably I like to use 2x10, 2x12. Imagine a 2x4, but thicker, like this thick, right? That would be a 2x8 right there. But it needs to be even thicker, 2x10 or so. Right? We take our 2x10, and in that we draw the carriage. Like so. Can you see it coming together here? And then I would take a saw and cut out the shape of the carriage from that 2x10 or 2x8. So I have this carriage shape, right? And of course that would sit up into this shape, right? And that becomes your carriages for making a step unit. Now, again, let me start from the beginning. I'm going to use green marker. Okay. Here's our 2x10 or 2x12, right? What did I say about the first riser? It needs to be 3/4 of an inch less than the rest of the risers. So let's say we're going with a 9-inch rise, right? So I'm going to start with the top, and these all need to be 90-degree angles. So a 90-degree angle there, right? And I need to find out and measure this. If I'm going with an 11-inch tread, right? I will measure 11 inches there and make that. Then I'll have a 90-degree angle here, and this needs to be 9 inches, right? That line. And to an 11-inch tread, right? Again, 9 inches, 11 inches. Right? And the last one cannot be 9 inches. It needs to be 3/4 of an inch less, so 8¼ inches on the last rise. 8¼ inches. And then this comes back here, like that. And this part sits on the floor. This is the top step here. Step, step, step. Right? That would be how you make a carriage. You use a triangle or a carpenter square to make these 90-degree turns, these 90-degree angles for this. Now my drawing is clearly that's clearly not a 90-degree angle to make the carriage there. Or we use what's called a jig, a jig to make these measurements, to draw them on there and then cut them out with a saw. I usually use a jigsaw, a reciprocating saw. You can use a circular saw, but you have to do some special work with that. But a jigsaw is the way to go with making a carriage. So that's how you make a carriage out of a 2x10 or a 2x12. One other way to make a carriage is with plywood. 1-inch thick or 3/4 inch plywood also makes good carriages, especially for independent stair units. Alright, so imagine I have a big square of plywood, right? And I'm going to draw a stair carriage, my staircase carriage, out of this, right? So here's the top step. Okay? And I will cut that out. And this will make a carriage for an independent stair unit out of plywood, right? 3/4 inch plywood or 1-inch thick plywood would be good. Again, the first step, let's say we're going with an 8-inch rise on this. The first step needs to be 7¼ inches. The rest of them need to be 8 inches, 8 inches, 8 inches, 8 inches, right? On the rise. Okay. That's making carriages. So hopefully this little video will help add to your knowledge of making step units. All right. Bye-bye.